Grand Rising, everyone. Welcome to another live at 5. I am Michael with Loving Freedom, and I'm glad you're here this morning. Every day, every morning, we talk about international travel, boots on the ground type traveling tips, health and wellness, products from my TikTok shop, and live Q&A. Just for those who just not joining us and not familiar with the live. When you come in on the live, make sure you tap on the screen, share the live, and follow this page right here as well, guys. And don't forget, my main TikTok page that has the TikTok shop on it is Loving Freedom with one E and one M, guys. So make sure you go over to my main TikTok page so you can check out the TikTok shop. That's Loving Freedom with one E on freedom and one M. All right. But make sure you follow this page as well, because this is the page that I normally go live on, and I give out great information, live tips, and I also accept any questions and possibly can answer them while we are live. Or you can email me at blackmaninmexico@gmail.com. Just like it sounds, exactly. blackmaninmexico@gmail.com. All right. I'm looking forward to hearing you guys' questions, and possibly we can get down to answering some of those questions, or I can direct you in the direction that if I don't have the answer to your questions, I will do my best to help assist you in finding answers. All right. Like I always tell you guys, my disclaimer is I'm no travel agent. I am no travel guru. I am no fitness coach. I am no health guru or none of that. I'm just me, ordinary guy that like living life and enjoy positive vibes. All right. So hope that sums it up, just in case you guys saying that I'm passing that information. And am I qualified for it? I'm qualified for my own life, which most of the time when I tell you something, it's something that I have lived and I have experienced, especially traveling. You know, we travel, we let you see what we see. And most of the time we take the L so you guys don't have to take the L, so I can come and enlighten you on some of the things that we did to travel. And when I tell you guys about some of the stuff that we did or travel, or tell you about our do's and don'ts, our pros and cons, it's not to say that you to do it that way or not to do it that way. It's simple, just giving you positive feedback, respectful criticism, as I call it. So you can make your own judgment and decide if that's something you want to do, and you can go ahead and give it a try. I'll just be telling you guys basically what we did not like or what we enjoyed, because each person is different. Everybody has their own beliefs and their own likes. All right. So make sure you head over there to my main TikTok page, Loving Freedom, one E, one M. That's where the TikTok shop is at. And I'll be talking about some products today out of my TikTok shop. All right. As you can see, there is one. Is it over here? Yeah, it's over here. I'm looking at the screen backwards. This product right here that you may see right here is from my TikTok shop right there. That's one of the products we'll be talking about today. All right. Also, make sure you go over to my YouTube channel and follow me on both of my YouTube channel. I have a main channel, Loving Freedom, and I also have a backup channel, which is called Pura Vida. That is our backup channel that we use most of the time. We have been using lately, last year or so, with all the travel adventures as well. So go over and check out both channels, Loving Freedom on YouTube, and also the backup channel, Loving Freedom, also the backup channel, Pura Vida, Pura Vida, Vida. All right, guys, I appreciate you. So you come in once again. I see you guys coming in. Just tap on the screen. It doesn't cost anything to tap on the screen. It's not that you're sending any type of money or gift or anything. It's just to help get this live out to more people. I appreciate it when you come in on the screen, please. I appreciate you. All right. So today, make sure I got that TV. Yeah, the TV's down. Make sure it's not bothering you guys. Today, I want to talk to you about something that many first-time travelers to Vietnam don't know. As you can see the title, I'm talking to you about Vietnam once again today. I'm representing Vietnam as I did yesterday. There are some things I wanted to talk about yesterday, which I didn't get a chance to talk to you about Vietnam. But this is some information that I'm passing on to those who are interested in traveling to Vietnam or have traveled to Vietnam in the past and was unaware of these. One of the things that's very important that you should do and make sure that it is taken care of once you get to Vietnam. All right. We're going to talk about that today. All right. So when you stand, I'm going to just try to just go directly to it and not bounce around, to stay on track about this very important thing that you should know when you're traveling to Vietnam. If you're planning on going to Vietnam and you're going to stay overnight in Vietnam, I'm not saying just, if you're going to just pass through of a layover or whatever it might be at the airport. If you're going to stay overnight, at least one night in Vietnam, your place of accommodation, I can't even talk, is generally required to be registered with the local authorities. Yes, you heard exactly what I said. Your place of residence for that period of time you're going to stay in Vietnam is required to be registered with the local authorities there. Now, if you're staying in a hotel, this is normally handled automatically by the hotel during check-in, right? Then normally when you call and you set that up, they're going to ask you for your passport. They're going to ask you all the information, your personal information and stuff like that. A copy of your passport and all that is for that certain particular reason why they ask for that. But if you're staying at an Airbnb, apartment, homestay, or renting directly from a landlord, don't assume it's already been done. All right. Don't assume that it's already been done. You can always ask them politely, have you completed my temporary residence registration? That is about the politest way you can ask them. Have you completed my temporary resident registration? It's a simple question that can save you a lot of stress and a lot of headaches. And the reason why I say that, guys, is because it's required. It's law in Vietnam that you register with where you're staying at by the local authorities, police there, where you're staying. It's for your safety. It's for the police safety, of safekeeping of you. And it's also to make sure that the hosts, their business owners, Vietnam got it set up basically just saying to make sure that those people are paying their taxes. Point blank. Just make sure the people are paying their taxes, and also it's going to help make you safe, because if anything happened, anybody looking for you, you don't show up, or your family can't get in touch with you, they know exactly where your last place of business, where you were staying at, and they can start from there. So it's always important as well that you make sure if you stand at that hotel for only a couple nights and you find another place to stay, make sure that you register or have that host to register you with the local authority, because it is very, very important, whether you think it's not important or not, because there are two things that can happen. And one thing I know for sure will happen. When you get ready to leave the country of Vietnam, you get to the airport, they check your passport, they scan your passport and everything, and they look that you didn't have actually how long you stayed there from your visa. They see how long you stayed there. And in the system, it doesn't have a residence. They could ask you, where did you stay the whole time you was there? And it wasn't recorded on file. One thing they're going to do for sure, they're going to make you pay the penalties, the fines that host was supposed to have been reporting your stay with them. And the second thing, which you definitely don't want to happen, you will be blacklist, you will be 86 from the country because you was over there technically in their eyesight. According to their law, you was there illegal. Okay, so make sure that you get registered with the host when you go to Vietnam to stay. If you're going to stay, I don't care if it's one night in that country, you must register with the local authority. If you're staying in a hotel, I said this again, if you're staying in a hotel, normally the hotel will have you registered. They will do the registering for you with the local authority. So you don't have to worry about that. But don't assume anything, guys. It is your responsibility to make sure that you are registered with the local authority. All right. When you go to Vietnam, it's very important. Very important. May not sound like a big deal, but it is. Make sure they have registered you. And like I said, you can ask politely. You could do what I did one time before. I didn't feel, because I extended at this place a couple times, the condo we stayed at, and left our belongings there, and we left and went out of the country. Went to China and Laos, and we still had our condo for a couple months. And when I got back, I wanted to extend again, and I asked the host to send me a copy of where they had registered us with the local authority. Another thing you can do that also will be helpful. Make sure you got the WhatsApp contact. They use WhatsApp over there as well. You have contact, whether it's via phone, WhatsApp, Messenger, email, anything, any type of dialogue, and you sent a request and asked for a copy or showed proof, authentication, what they want to say, authorization or authentication of how they register you or sent you register you. You made contact. You never got a copy of that. You asked them repeatedly times for it because you know it's your responsibility to register with the police, and they never send you that. That is a burden of proof that you attempted to do what's right. I'm not saying it's going to make everything better if they ask for it at the airport when you get ready to leave, but you can show, hey, they told me they already registered me. They told me this. I asked for a copy and I never got a copy of it. And basically, I'm sure that the officer will say, all right, we'll get in touch with them. You go ahead and go home, leave here. You don't have to worry about getting blacklisted or paying a penalty, because you would have that type of dialogue to CYOA. And we all, for those who don't know what CYOA is, covering your own ass. So that's what you want to make sure you get a copy of that dialogue, or that you have reached out and asked them for a copy of you being registered with the local authority. All right. Cut and dry. All right. Because the registration helped the local authority once again keep track of where foreign visitors are staying. If your host doesn't complete the required registration, it can create problems. Depending on the situation and the local enforcement, there may be fines of accommodating providers for the host, and unresolved issues can complicate immigration matters. That's why it's always better to verify with them than to assume, as I just told you guys. Always best to verify than to just assume. Make sure you register with the local authority when you're staying there in the country of Vietnam. All right, moving right along. Not moving around. I'm gonna step back a little bit from experience, and it is this. It's a learning tool, Don't assume anything automatic. Back to talking. I know I keep talking about this, but it's very important. It's very important. I hope those who just joining me understand how important it is. Never assume. Always ask when you're traveling international. Always ask questions. Confirm your reservation. Double check your visa requirements. Confirm your transportation, and make sure the accommodation has completed any requirement that the registration is asking. It only takes you 5 minutes to ask questions and save you hours of frustration later. All right. Just had to put that back out there to sum that up. Hope someone gets something out of what I just told them about making sure they're registered with the local authority when they're staying in Vietnam. All right. So if you're staying for several weeks or a month, get to know your landlord or your host. Communicate respectfully. If you move to another apartment, remember that the registration process generally needs to reflect your new address, as I just said. Good communication makes travel much easier, guys. Much easier. Communicate, communicate, communicate. The Vietnam, I'm going to tell you a story real quick. It's story time. That happened to us, and I didn't like it, not one bit, but this is just the way they are in our condo. Seemed like every day the host was sending me a message, and they know I have messed up sleeping pattern. They send me message because those people go to sleep early and they up early. They getting it. They out getting it. Saying that someone, let me back up. We there sleeping one morning, and I'm very, I want to say hyper vigilant. And I really don't like when I'm in strange places to sleep with the bedroom door closed. But I kind of found it a little bit more comfortable for me after this incident happened and have the bedroom door locked. I was laying there and I could hear, we had the automatic keypad. I can hear the code being punched in the door. Deek, 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 deek. And I woke up and I'm like, wait a minute, somebody trying to come in here? And sure enough, I looked up, and as soon as I raised up, I had the bedroom door open, and I stared the guy right in the face. And I was like, whoa, 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 wait. And I jumped up, and he closed the door. Oh, sorry. And I went and opened the door. He's in the hallway. It was the maintenance guy. Well, the host forgot to tell the maintenance guy that someone had rented that place. And he thought the place was still vacant and he was coming to do work on the place. So that's why I say I started closing the bedroom door, locking it, and make sure I have all the valuables inside the room with me, any valuables that I may have. But that is definitely a way you got to communicate with them, because they were sending a message every day moving forward. I got the locksmith coming to change the lock. I got them coming to do this. I got them coming to do that. I got them coming to do this. Can you see? Can I send somebody over there? Can I send? And it came very tedious to me. And I just had to be like blank, just tell them, you know what? I don't get up to a certain time. I tell them I work at night. They don't know what I do. I tell them on the computer, I work at night and I'm not going to be available. You can have all that done to the place when we leave, point blank, because they don't have, they're not Western, the Western mentality that we have, like we have in the States. You know what I'm saying? So I had to, enough was enough. I had to tell them, real polite, let them know that I don't like what they're doing. So can they just wait till we leave? We got another month here. Just wait till we leave to get everything you need to be done, or schedule it, at a later time in the day. So communicating is very important with them. Don't assume anything that they know how we are, because their lifestyle is totally different. What may seem offending to us is normal to them, or vice versa. As I told you that story about, I'm in the elevator with the doctor, and the doctor reached and touched my stomach and said, "Oh, you fat." You won't get that in the States or nowhere else. Nobody, just a stranger touching you or someone just calling you fat. That's why I say, if you are sensitive about your weight or your appearance, do not you better grow some thick skin when you go to overseas in Asia. And that's why I told him, I said, yeah, I know, I'm working on it though. I'm actually heading to physical therapy now, therapy, whatever. Because I was over there, started my little weight loss journey thing, and I felt good myself. Had already at that point of time, probably had already lost about 30 pounds. So I was feeling good at that time. But according to them, they slim. I'm fat, which everybody's small pretty much in Vietnam. So that's just something to think about too. If you travel there and you're very sensitive, you might want to develop some thick skin, because they don't really have that type of mind frame that we have from the Western countries that we think of. They may not be rude in their eyesight, but it can be rude to us. They're going to ask a lot of personal questions too. If you feel rude, that you may think be rude, but that's just how they are. All right. Just be prepared. So one thing we always try to remember when we go to these countries, that every country has their own laws and procedures. When we travel, we're guests in these countries. We are guests to these people in their country. Respecting the local rules isn't just about avoiding problems, guys. It's about respecting the people and the country that's welcoming you. That's one of the best part of international travel. Learning, adapting, growing, changing your whole mindset. It actually really, that's why I said traveling is so therapeutic for me. Traveling is so therapeutic, going to different countries, learning different countries' ways, seeing how people interact with one another in the public, the patience that they have. They're not in a hurry to go anywhere. The traffic flow. There's no road rage. Everybody patient. You're going to have somebody crossing like this, but they'll slow down and let that one cross. Or they'll slow down. They're like ants. You ever seen ants? When ants are traveling, they travel in the past. They never, they crossing each other. They crossing each other. They crossing each other. Not one time though I saw, even in the Grab, the taxi Uber rides that we had, I never heard, maybe let me take that back. I heard one guy mumble under his breath, but he was different. He was something different. His driving even was, I didn't like it. But most of them, when they're driving, they just to come. People honk all the time just to let you know that they're there, not to be rude. Honking is not considered rude, but excessive honking is actually not. It's not lawful. It's illegal. But everybody do it. But the people there are so patient. They have so much patience with themselves. They have so much patience with the kids. I see a lot of foreigners coming there having nannies, Vietnamese nannies, taking care of their kids, teaching them Vietnamese and stuff like that at a young age. And I see the nanny out at the park with the American kid or the foreigner kid, and they are so patient with the kids. They are so, oh man, it's different. It's different. You don't hear no one out in the streets fighting, arguing with each other. Definitely don't hear no shooting. Definitely don't hear that. You hardly even hear the siren, over there. And that is so relaxing. It gives you a different mind. It sets your mind in a different state. I know it does me, with my mental health. I'm going to be honest. I didn't even have to take any of my medication, my mental health medication while traveling overseas, But when I get back, Mexico or the United States is a different, as they say in Spanish, otro rollo. It's a different story then, brother. Oh my God. But over there it's definitely peaceful. I even told my therapist that I didn't take my medicine. I didn't need my medicine. He was like, huh? I said, no. Everything was so calm. Everybody was so nice. So, peaceful. And, the first thing she said, have you ever thought about moving over there permanently? I said, yeah, because she already know. I tell them, I pay for peace. Peace is everything for me. Health is wealth, and peace for mine is part of health. So I definitely enjoy being overseas amongst real peaceful, respectful people. No rudeness. And that really, gets me worked up when I think I'm being disrespected or people just being rude for no reason, out loud, obnoxious. That bothers me. My anxiety kicks in, and I just really don't want to have nothing to do with people from that point. So traveling is definitely therapeutic, guys. If you ever travel to Vietnam, I guarantee you'll want to revisit. You'll want to revisit, possibly live. And that's no lie. Because it is definitely a very, very pleasant place to be, I must say. All right. Now, Let's shift gears for a minute. Now that I talked to you guys about something important in Vietnam, let's shift gears a little bit. As I showed you guys earlier, right here, over here that I have over here in my TikTok shop over here, this bottle right here is a 15-day cleanser, guys. It's a 15-day cleansing. Not saying that this cleanser is going to work miracles, but it's a 15-day gut support. Let me put it like that. It's a cleansing. It's a cleanse of a gut support. Just make it sweet like that. And once again, disclaimer: I'm no health physician. You always want to make sure that you can take these supplements that I've addressed with you guys and talk to you about. Many people are looking for ways to support their digestive system. The wellness is part of a healthy life, such as myself. Now, this product that I'm talking to you about is marked and marketed as a digestive support supplement that can fit into your overall wellness routine. Now, when I said fit into your routine, I'm not talking about take it one time and thinking you done, or taking it one time and think it's going to work miracles. You have to be consistent on everything you do in life. Consistency. And I was told once before, it takes 30 days to create a habit. All right. It takes 30 days to create a habit. Keep that in mind. So when you start something, give it your all for at least the first 30 days and it'll become part of your habit or routine. All right. So that's why I say your routine. When I travel, I constantly try different foods and adjusting to different, eating schedule or digestive health is sometimes that it can be a little hard because there's a lot of places who go out on like some of the stuff. So we end up having to go to the market to get our food and cook our own food for the majority, because then I know what I'm putting in my body. So as always, supplements is not a replacement for a balanced diet or medical care. So each item that I show you, it results from person to person. Every person is different. And if you have a medical condition, once again, my disclaimer, are taking prescription medication, check with your healthcare provider before starting any new supplement, guys, before you start any of these new supplements that I'm talking about. So if you want to learn more about this product, go over to my TikTok shop. I call it my store, my TikTok shop over at Love and Freedom. That's with one E and one M. And check out this product along with a lot of other product that I use. I use a lot of that product, and I can tell you a little bit about them if you are interested in it. Give it a try. It's not going to work overnight. It's not something that's going to give you wings and make you become Hercules or make you be Ron Jeremy or whatever it may be. It's not going to change your lifestyle or your health overnight. Let's put it like that. That's why it's called supplement. It's supposed to help supplement the things that you got going on in your life. If you are doing it, trying to change your eating habits or trying to change the things that you're putting into your body. All right. Most of the time I get things, I want to make sure they are capsules. I don't take pills. I don't like pills because the pills are real hard on your liver function, but the capsules are pretty much, they dissolve quicker and basically it still gets through your gut, but it's liver don't have to work that hard when it's capsule form. And most of the capsules that I take are herbal. They are all natural herbs inside the capsule. They were about to close it down as I thought about this. The only herbal store that I knew here in Mexico, and I would like to go over to that herbal store and pick up a lot more herbs and have them to pack them in the capsules for me. You can buy, I'm talking about natural herbs right off. They have the whole tree branch or the whole grass that they got. They done went and pulled up the herbs or whatever it may be, and they can process it for you on the spot. So, I mean, you can't get no healthier and pure than that. So I got to go check and see if they ever close that place down, because I definitely want to go and pick up some herbs over there. So eating healthy, Eating clean is definitely going to help regulate the gut as well. I see people, I say this every line because health is wealth to me. I just finished sitting here. When I don't get enough of I just finished my little protein. Now, if you have a chance, I'm not promoting this. I'm just helping you guys, sharing you some good information. This protein right here, I got it at Walmart. It's some good protein right here, guys. It's 30 grams in this one bottle. So for me personally, with my weight, and I'm actually required to get up to at least 100 grams of protein per day to help, maintain muscle as I do my physical therapy and try to drop my weight. I want to lose weight, not muscles. But not just this alone, because 30 grams, that's a significant amount of protein, but I also like to get it naturally too. This is just a little supplement. I like to get it natural with my eggs and my chicken breast, eggs. I get it in my yogurt. I get the protein yogurt. I don't like cottage cheese, but my wife eats the cottage cheese. That's an extra boost of protein. For those who don't know, cottage cheese has a lot of protein as well. So check that out if you go to Walmart. What is that? Ocals, something like that. And it's way cheaper than the one I buy at Sam's that I showed you guys that before. I bought, it was 15 bottles, cartons of it in Sam's Club, and I paid almost $40 for it. This one, I get 15 at Walmart, and I paid about $15 for it. So like $1 and something each. Can't beat that. I don't know if it was on sale or not, but I better get back over there tomorrow. Now I'm thinking about it and re-up on it, because I drink at least one of them a day, along with a natural protein shake that my wife may make. So we eat only once a day, basically. With the protein shake, is considered 2 meals a day. So the things that I put in my body every day is easy to count. I get my coffee when I wake up. That depends on whatever time I wake up, because I don't go to bed to 7 or 8 o'clock in the AM. That's why I'm still up. That's why I do my lives at 5, because most of the time I already did my physical therapy, my little workout routine, showered, and get ready to wind down. And I jump on here and talk to you guys for a minute. And then I stay up for a little while working on some stuff. And then I'll shut it down by 7 or 8 o'clock AM. And then I normally wake up 2, 3, depending on what time I go to bed. I always try to at least get my 7, 8 hours of sleep every day. So like they said, my therapist said, it doesn't matter what time you go to bed, as long as you get your sufficient amount of rest, sleep that is required. So I don't go to bed just because they say you better go to bed. It's 8 in the morning or 5 in the morning. No, I go to bed when I'm ready to go to bed, because as soon as I do go to sleep, I don't have that problem laying there staring at the wall and insomnia. So I go to bed when my body tell me it's time to rest, and then I rest and I wake up when my body alerts me, wake me up, thanks to the Most High. I don't feel rested if I have to wake up by an alarm or some noise wake me up. I'm very irritable after that. So I know my body. That's why I say you got to know your own body. You got to know what works for you, and you got to be your own advocate to know what's going on. And people probably don't understand this, guys, but doctors don't know no more about you unless till you tell them. Unless they do your lab work, your blood work, and then they're able to tell a lot about you. But when you go to the doctor, what's the first thing they always ask you? What are you here for today? What can I do for you? And then you start telling them your problems, and then they start narrowing it down. They just start trying out stuff. Well, let's try this. Let's try that. Let's try this. You go back, it don't work. Let's try this then. Trial and error, which you could be your own advocate. Food is medicine, guys. A lot of you guys are creating your own issues, health problems. All that fried food, all that added sugar, all that extra cholesterol, high sodium. I see people putting salt. They adding salt and stuff already has salt. Just all kind of stuff, guys. Just back a little bit. Just push back a little bit and just monitor, count, see what you eat. And then I guarantee you can change your whole illness around if you just just bag off a little bit of some of the stuff. I'm telling you, it's not going to be to just cold turkey it, but just push back a little bit from the sugar, the salt, the fried food. We don't even fry food in my house. Wow, I come to think of it, we don't eat fried food. You know, you always see food that we cook. I cook outside on the grill, but we don't eat fried food. No, I don't have. We don't even buy the oil that we buy. Olive oil is just to sautate, you know, something. If my wife's going to do some vegetables or do an egg or something like that, that's extra virgin olive oil to do that in. But as far as buying that Crisco oil and that corn oil or whatever y'all eat, use to fry fish and chicken and all that stuff. I haven't even had fried fish. All that stuff like that. We don't do any of that. I know. I mean, like I said, each his own. You have to be your own advocate. I mean, you have to choose whether you want to be healthy or not. All I can do is just tell you what I decided to do and how I did it. So you can just take it for what it's worth and do what please you or do what's healthy for you. I can't tell you how to live your life, but I can tell you what I do in the path for those who want to do better in life or grab a hold to try to live a little bit longer or be a little healthier in life. All right. So don't ever think that I'm on here throwing shades or try to tell people that they're fat and obese and all that stuff and they're not eating right. I'm just sharing some knowledge that I've learned. That's all. Basically, all I'm doing, sharing knowledge of some stuff that I've learned on my own trial and error and giving you guys free gym. That's all I'm doing, you know, especially when it comes to traveling and health now. I mean, I think I'm doing pretty good on my own, besides having to, you know, just like, you know, my physician, my therapist, I went through the class like twice through the VA, talking to move class. I had to go back and enroll again. I'm enrolled in it now, but they can't tell me nothing. I told them twice already. Y'all ain't doing but sending a book. Got a little pamphlet that you answer questions every week. And what did you eat or whatever? I do that on my own already. I've been doing that. So it's nothing that they can tell me because I know my body. I mean, anybody can read, but if you're going not following it, it's a different story. So yeah, I'll be in a little mood program, but that's because they want to see that. They just want to see it on paper. Oh, well. And when I took my lab works this time from last year, they were shocked at how I reversed everything. Everything I reversed. My LDL, I reversed everything. Everything is so normal. My creatine was low. I had low creatine. And I don't even take creatine. That's what I'm telling you guys. Food is medicine. You can get a lot of this stuff that you're lacking from foods. You can also get too much of certain things in food. That is such thing as too much of anything. You know, eating a lot of mercury, fish, you know, stuff like that. You know, that's a lot of other things that you can eat too much. People, all I did was eat fruit. All I had was eat a big bowl of fruit. Do you know fruit has a lot of sugar? You have to be in moderation with the fruit. Fruit has a lot of sugar. Then you go and add a lot of sugar to your stuff. That's not good. So you got to be in moderation. Like, oh, I snacked on some nuts. Okay, how much nuts did you eat? The whole bag? You only supposed to have a handful. Yes, sir. That's all you supposed to have. Hey, what's going on, cousin? I see you. Go on, handle your business. I'm about to get out of here. You enjoy your day. And send me a message. Let me know how your day went. By the time I get out, wake up, you should be back home. All right? Appreciate you for stopping in. Yeah, I'm about to get out of here. I know you about to get ready to start your day. You headed out. You finna be out in the streets. But enjoy your day. And drop me a message when you get back in. I'll see it when I get up. All right. Be careful out there. Love you. What I was saying. Okay. What was I talking about? See? My brain. I got brain fog. All right, I'm gonna get ready to wrap. Before I wrap this up, though, I want to hear from you guys. You know, my question for tonight is: what's one travel tip you wish someone had told you before your first international flight, or if you had a flight? let me ask that question again. What's one travel tip you wish someone had told you before your first international flight, if you had an international flight? And I'll wait. Let me read down this message. She said, I'm about to show out because I know it's going to be another year before she take me again. Well, take full advantage of it. Go ball out and wild out. Don't act too crazy now. Ball out, wild out. For sure. You see something I like, let me know. And or you know my taste, you know what I like or something there, and you know I got you covered. But yeah, I don't need anything, but I'm just saying. Enjoy. So what's one travel tip you wish someone had told you before you took your first international trip, guys? Just one travel tip. I'm curious to see what you guys got to say. So leave it in the comment section or email it to me, blackman@mexico@gmail.com, and I'll get around to it tomorrow morning on the question. I hadn't seen any question come in the email. If I miss your question from the email today, charge it to my head, not my heart. Well, she forgot something in Hattiesburg, so after my fitting, we going. I got your cousin. Okay, cool. Let's see. What was that? Oh yeah. Leave the comment in the comment section. If I missed your questions from yesterday live, then I'll get it tomorrow morning on the live, if the Lord's will. All right. So I hope my live today has helped somebody or those who travel to Vietnam, preferably that's traveling to Vietnam or about to travel to Vietnam. I hope you guys take what I said very serious about registering with the local police or local authority, guys, because they don't take that lightly. With all the stuff going on with the tourists in these different countries now, they trying to find any reason to get you kicked out, especially if you're not coming there spending a whole lot of money. I've noticed a lot of these countries prefer couples or they prefer families now. They come there to open up businesses or stay there for a long period of time, but do it in the right way by getting an extended visa or the proper visa. So make sure you register with the local authority if you're planning on staying a long period of time. All right, let them know where you're at. That's very important. It's very important that you do. All right. So I hope I helped someone today. Before you guys get out of here, if I can get you to tap on the screen, share it live for the next time if you hadn't shared it this time, so your friend, family, your foe can understand or see it as maybe there's a travel tip or health tip that they may be interested in, or maybe there's something in my TikTok store that someone may be interested in. Or if it's not in my TikTok store and you're looking for the item, reach out to me, blackmaninmexico@gmail.com, and let me know what you're looking for. And I may be able to get you a better deal and put it in my TikTok store so you guys can get it at the lowest rate and the best quality. All right. Let me know. You guys reach out to me before you buy it and let me know what you're looking for. And I'll see if I can get you a better deal on it and I'll get you a better quality of it. All right. So don't forget, go over to my TikTok store at Loving Freedom. That's with one E on freedom and one M. And go to my TikTok shop and make sure you go over there and check out this product that I'm talking about today. It's a 15-day cleanser, only 2 weeks. Get your gut right. As I tell you all the time, you get your gut right, you get your life in control, because all of it starts in the gut. Most definitely. So follow me on the main page. Make sure you follow here on the TikTok channel. Go subscribe to my YouTube channel, Loving Freedom, and also my backup channel on YouTube, Pura Vida, Pura Vida, Vida. It's right down here in the live. You don't see it. It's right down at the bottom. Loving Freedom and Pura Vida. Those are my YouTube channels. All right. I try to post travel every day, travel tips, experience around the world, food, health, pretty much all the above. Every day, something I'm posting just so I can share and build memories with you guys. All right. Hey, I thank you guys for spending your morning with me. Remember, travel smart, respect local laws, stay curious, and never stop exploring. And I'll see you guys tomorrow morning, all right, for another Live at 5. Appreciate you guys watching as always. Until the next one, bye now. Peace. One love.